Greetings to you all. Welcome into this space. My name is Warren Mitchell. I am your host here, living my preferred life, no matter what the situation is. I believe that it is possible for us to be true to who we are, to live authentically, even if it's not perfectly, that it is possible to be true to who we are, no matter what the situation is. So I was watching this video on Facebook. It's about this Asian, I think it's a Chinese mother and son, and where as a young boy, she, no matter how hard she would work, she would always either come home and make sure to prepare dinner or prepare lunch to have with him, and always ask him if he wanted more rice to kind of spend more time with him, knowing that he's gonna say yes. And as he grew older, she tried continuing that. He was here with his earplugs in, and was not interested in really spending a lot of time with her. Spent more time at work, and less with her. In the end, came back. He recognized what he was doing, but just really touched me. And regarding the value that we place as we grow older into life, and we tend to forget where we came from. We tend to forget the sacrifices our parents made in order for us to be where we are. And there are a lot of reasons, other reasons why we may distance ourselves from our parents. Is not necessarily because of life, may have been because of things and that in the past, and how they groomed us, and how we were brought up, and not maybe necessarily experiencing the love that we needed and wanted from them, and therefore that put a wedge between us and them, and wanting to connect with them, and therefore as we got older we wanted to be as further and further away from them as possible. My thing is, how much longer are we going to carry this with us? How much longer are we going to hold that grudge against our fathers, against our mothers, for doing the best that they could? There are some who were really terrible at parenting, and I'm not saying that's any excuse. My thing is, why are we holding on to it if we're still holding on to it? What good is that doing for you? Maybe you holding on to it to punish them, but what's the point? In living authentically, I think we must take ownership and responsibility for the negativity that we harbor, that we choose to hold on to. I don't care what the past experiences was. And maybe saying I don't care doesn't sound like I'm being sensitive. So the issue isn't like I don't care what happened to you in the past, but what I'm saying is it does not matter what happened. You holding on to what you're holding on to at this time is your responsibility, and it's harming you more than it's harming whomever that you are holding hostage within your mind, to want to punish them for what they did to you. So I just want to say to parents, who have experienced a detachment from your adult child, maybe even your adolescent child, or even earlier, to be mindful of where they are. Try to understand what they experience from you, from their perspective, how they viewed you and how you parented them. While your intent may have be coming from a place of love, that's not how they received it. Don't, or be careful of becoming too defensive or taking things personally before you try to understand where they're coming from. If you are interested in reconciling that relationship, try to understand where your child is coming from. So many of us have this need to be validated by you. No matter how much we may have argued with you and been pissed off at you, we are still looking as adults, still looking for this type of validation. That's not your responsibility, that's ours. However, be mindful. Just accept your child where they are. Maybe they didn't go to college and you wanted them to, or they studied something differently than what you expected or wanted them to, or they're not in the type of relationship that you think they should be in. Stop harboring that negativity and holding that against them because they did not come up to be the person that you expected them to be, and you weren't living for them. All that expectation was more about you. I hear what you're saying. It was about them because you believe in their potential and all that. If you truly believe in them, you will be able to accept them where they are and love them through the challenge that they may be experiencing right now. But because you're holding on to that, that says to me there is more to this going on than it's about the kid. It's about the child. It's about your adult child. So I want you to encourage you to forgive. Forgive them. Accept them where they are. See the good in him. If you have home videos, go back, watch those videos. See that child, fall in love again with that child, that daughter, that son that you are probably now disappointed in. And they are just looking for you to validate them. And if you were an adult child, to be mindful that your parents did the best they could. Some of you are waiting for that apology, waiting for them to finally fess up. Some of you are going to wait forever because some of your parents, it's not going to happen either because they've passed away, they've moved on, they're not in that mind space. It is your responsibility to choose how you're going to live. So I want to encourage you to forgive them. Accept that they did the best that they could with what they had. They had a lot of unresolved issues that they were never challenged to deal with face to face. And or even if they were, they weren't ready yet to accept it. But it is your choice right now. Forgive your parent. Do your best to at working at reconciling. Even if they're not ready yet, you release that thing that's within you that you holding on to and you blaming them for, because you are making yourself a slave to that thing. I want to say now to my mom, my father passed away 4 years ago, and miss him dearly. And I want to say to my mother, who Annie Francis Mitchell, how proud I am of you for being my mom. You helped raise my father and the community and the village that was there. Three beautiful, awesome, wonderful people. And I know that there are times when we let you down. I know that there are times when you were disappointed. And and I'm sorry for my part, for Linda's part, Terry's part, in what we may have done and what you think we may have done to harm you, to offend you. I am sorry. We are sorry. I'm sorry that Daddy isn't here right now to be the companion, your life companion. You depended on this man. He was part of your rock. And I'm sorry that you are alone right now. And I just want to tell you, thank you for the sacrifices you've made, for what you did to put us where we are right now today. That I am because of you and Daddy. And I will never forget that. I'll never be able to repay you. So I'm pulling from the good that you gave me, and the parts that I received that I didn't like or wasn't may not feel as healthy. I'm doing away with. I'm focusing on the good because I know you love us, and I thank you. And I want to challenge you to forgive whomever, whatever that you hold offense to, and thank the Lord for you. Thank the Lord for your kids. Thank the Lord for where you are right now. Thank you. And I want to thank the rest of you and encourage you. Please forgive, forgive, forgive. Let this thing go. Let it go. You don't know when you're going to lose your mom or your dad. Let it go. I thank you for your attention. Peace.